taken with Tasmania. What? Tassie is Australia's island state. Where? Southeastern Australia, about 240 kilometers from the mainland. People, around 491,000. Attractions. The capital of Tasmania, Hobart, is a small city of 128,000 people. You can easily get around on foot. Hobart has historic Georgian buildings and lovely docks. At 1,270 meters, Mount Wellington offers wonderful views of the area. Bruny Island, south of the city, is a paradise for nature lovers. Go swimming or surfing at secluded beaches and see rare wildlife like fairy penguins and white wallabies. On the Tasmanian Peninsula, to the southeast, you'll find Port Arthur, once the toughest prison in the British Empire. From 1830 to 1877, more than 12,000 convicts were imprisoned here. Learn about the fascinating and chilling history of the colony with a guided tour around the well-preserved ruins. The Isle of the Dead, where the convicts were buried, is really scary. People often choose Wineglass Bay as one of the 10 best beaches in the world. It's part of Freycinet National Park on the eastern coast, which is famous for the red and pink granite mountains called the Hazards. Things to do. One of Australia's most famous bushwalks is the Overland Track. From Cradle Mountain, the 6-day walk takes you through 65 kilometers of mountains, rivers, moors, and forests. It ends at Lake St. Clair, Australia's deepest lake, at 215 meters. Tasmania has hundreds of great spots for diving. Near the south coast, there are giant kelp forests full of wonderful underwater life, like the big-belly seahorse, weedy sea dragon, and cuttlefish. Around King Island in Bass Strait, there are more than 70 shipwrecks, plus southern rock lobsters, dolphins, and whales. The Tarkine Wilderness area in the northwest of the island is Australia's largest rainforest, with eucalyptus trees, enormous plants, wild rivers, and spectacular wildlife, including the mysterious Tasmanian devil. Climate. The island enjoys a similar climate to northern California or northwestern Spain. There are warm summers, mild winters, and quite a lot of rain. Geography. Tasmania is shaped like a heart. It is 68,401 square kilometer in size, almost as big as Bavaria. The island has large forests and lots of mountains, the highest being Mount Ossa, 1,617 meters. The central plateau is covered with lakes, and Bass Strait, which separates Tasmania from the rest of Australia, has many small islands. The Aborigines arrived between 25,000 and 40,000 years ago. In 1642, Dutch explorer Abel Tasman became the first European to see Tasmania and named the island Van Diemen's Land. The British began colonizing the island in the early 1800s and used it to imprison convicts. In the 1850s, Britain stopped sending convicts to most of Australia. In 1856, the new Parliament changed the colony's name to Tasmania. As more Europeans arrived, war with the Aborigines broke out. The last Tasmanian Aborigine, Truganini, died in 1876. Tasmania became a state when Australia became independent in 1901. The 1967 bushfires in the state killed 62 people and left another 7,000 homeless. The world's first Green Party was started in Tasmania in 1972 to fight the building of a hydroelectric dam at Lake Pedder. Today, Tasmania is a very popular tourist destination. The state's other main industries are mining and farming. Watch out for: if you go bushwalking in Tasmania, make sure you have the right equipment and good maps. Plan carefully and always tell someone where you're going and when you'll be back. Mobile phone coverage is limited in the bush.